It's cheap, it's potent, and it's killing Canadians at an unprecedented rate. Fentanyl, once a powerful medical painkiller, has mutated into a street-level killer. Drug smuggling has flooded communities from Vancouver to Halifax. But how did we get here, and why is it continuing to seep through the cracks? Here we will introduce you to the underbelly of international crime, right here in an otherwise usually friendly place to the north of USA, we now known as a pipeline for death, and some argue a gov done too little too late. Originally developed for pain relief, fentanyl has now become a lethal commodity in the hands of criminal organizations. It arrives in minuscule doses, hidden in packages, smuggled across borders, mixed into street drugs, a lethal game of Russian roulette. A major fentanyl bust at a Canadian port, showcasing how easily it slips through the system. This isn't a crisis of addiction, it's a crisis of supply. Dealers no longer push heroin or cocaine, instead they offer a synthetic poison 50 times more potent than heroin and infinitely more deadly. Mothers burying their children, emergency responders overwhelmed, a country in crisis. The synthetic heroin crisis, how criminal networks manufacture deadlier analogs like carfentanil. A kilogram of fentanyl costs as little as $5,000 to produce, yet it generates millions on the streets. The profit margins are deadly. A confidential informant explains how fentanyl is mixed and sold. In the battle against fentanyl, harm reduction saves lives, but it doesn't stop the flood. How other countries handle fentanyl, what works, what doesn't. Final question. Can this crisis be stopped, or has fentanyl already won? This isn't a drug problem. It's a crisis of supply, policy, and power. And until we confront the machine behind it, the body count will continue to outpace in gains. Fade out.